After reading numerous articles about carry ammo, I decided to do some testing on my own to see how effective hollow point ammo is versus full metal jacket range ammo. I did some research and some field testing on my own, and here's what I learned. Hollow points used to be called dum-dums. No joke. In 1897, Britain found their ammo was not very effective against Indian troops and decided to work on a design that would provide more stopping power. Guess where the location for testing and development of the new rounds was at? Dum-Dum, India. It's near Kolkata and southwest of Bangladesh. The original hollow point was quite different than the style we know today. The hollow point ammo I used in this test is made here in the USA. The FMJ ammo is made in the Czech Republic. The cost for the hollow point ammo is about twice the FMJ ammo cost, so you probably don't want to waste it on target practice very often. The rounds we're testing are 124 grain. Many law enforcement agencies have moved up to 135 grain rounds due to the reliably better penetration into auto glass and sheet metal. 124 grain rounds work for me because they're fast enough that I can get a little better range out of them, but they still have enough mass to penetrate better than the faster 115 grain rounds. It's a trade-off, but I think it works in most scenarios I might find myself in. Granted, there are situations that this round would not be as effective as an M16 with select fire, but those are the breaks. Hollow points are preferable for defense because they spread on impact and create a larger hole than a standard 9mm bullet. A larger hole means it's more likely to convince an assailant that their present course of action is a very bad idea. The mushrooming effect of a hollow point bullet absorbs a lot of the momentum, meaning they have a better chance of staying in your target rather than passing through and hitting a bystander. The risk of ricochet is lessened as well should you miss your target. Are hollow points illegal? The answer is yes and no. New Jersey law mandates that hollow point ammunition be taken immediately from the point of purchase to the buyer's home. There are exceptions for practice and training. Most jurisdictions, though, allow the use of hollow points. I thought it would be good to fill a couple of milk jugs with colored water and shoot them to view the effects of each type of ammo. But the only place available that day was a gravel pit in Capitol Forest. It was freezing, snowing, and 40-mile-an-hour winds were coming in from the Gulf of Alaska. At least I had the place to myself. Even though the weather was bad, I could still do some shooting. The problem was the wind. Every time I set up on the shot, the wind blew the camera tripod over just as I took it. The camera shut off when it landed each time, so all I got for footage was the camera tipping over and what was left of one milk jug. I decided that it made more sense to get a couple of bottles of cheap soda for the demonstration of the characteristics of both ammo types. The FMJ ammo turned the soda bottle into a sprinkler and shot a geyser out of the two relatively small holes. The exit hole was a little bit bigger than the entrance hole due to the bullet tumbling as it encountered the soda, but it was still a fairly clean exit. The soda continued to bleed out through the entry and exit wounds for a while. The hollow point ammo decimated the soda bottle. As the bullet hit the bottle, the hollow point flattened out and lost a lot of its momentum to the soda, which in turn caused an internal shock wave that destroyed the bottle and dumped the contents onto the ground almost immediately. There was very little soda left in the bottle immediately following the shot. I thought it might be worth putting some rounds downrange into paper targets. I know that there isn't enough resistance on the paper target to flatten out the hollow points, but I thought I would take the shots anyway. What happened was something of a surprise. The full metal jacket ammo shot as expected with a typical pattern spread at 21 feet. The hollow point ammo, though, seemed to be all over the place. After some research, I think that the small divot at the nose of the hollow point creates an area of instability. There are numerous arguments in the forums about this issue, and I don't know that you can read the forums and come away with a clear sense of whether the stability issue is true or not. The only thing I could do to test the theory was to buy hollow point ammo that has a small amount of plastic in the nose hole. To my mind, this should settle the wobble down and allow the bullet to track straighter with no wobble. If it wobbled, there was very little possibility that the divot on the nose was causing my problem. As we saw earlier, the hollow point ammo placement was more varied than that of the FMJ. The interesting thing is that the ammo with the plastic tip seemed to be more stable than the other hollow point ammo. I know this won't solve any arguments, but we have switched our carry ammo over to the tipped ammo just in case we need that extra accuracy or an extra 10 feet. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.